Right, so one of the components of the game and of our studio is AI, and we really wanted from the start to create a living, breathing world. We wanted to create a city that felt alive, that it's not just NPCs walking around and you don't know what they're doing. We wanted to create different environments, and we wanted to have like fights and people just sleeping on the street, and just like you could walk around the city and you could always see something new happening. So one of the ways that we started creating that is that every neighborhood, every region of the city, and every group of the city is governed by values. So you can have like a down-ridden, a crime-ridden area of the city where you're going to have more fights, you're going to have more poverty, you're going to have a different feel than if you're going to an upscale part of the city where it's more like bakeries and nobles and teachers and stuff like that. So the player could just take actions, and if he builds something different, if he interacts with people differently, if he does things like that, then he's gonna really have a lasting impact. He can have a lasting impact on the city and change the way the city behaves. So it's not a city building game in the way that it's made. It's not like a SimCity Banished kind of thing. But it is, you can still interact indirectly with the city, even at first, even if you're just doing little, pickpocketing events or stuff like that. You can change the values and you can change the way that the city is going to look and behave in the end. The way the AI works is that we don't want to have a clear defined system where the same conditions is always going to repeat the same actions. So we didn't want to have a system that the player can reverse engineer very quickly, where if you do this, then the AI is always going to do that, and it becomes predictable, and the only fun is to play multiplayer. We want the players to play multiplayer, but we want also the AI to be challenging. And one of the ways is that the AI is completely dynamic. So the AI is going to evaluate its situation, it's going to make a list of problems, it's going to try to assess, what is its strengths, its allies, its enemies, what it needs, what it should have more, and it's going to start to build a decision tree based on that. So if something works at first, let's say that the AI is against your family, and they start, attacking your businesses, attacking your family members, attacking your henchmen, trying to block you from doing actions. If something works, then it's going to be helpful to solve its problems, and it's going to continue doing that. But as soon as you start figuring it out, and as soon as you start doing things that prevent the AI from doing these things, then the AI is going to start to take other paths. It's going to try to go through allies, it's going to try to go through politics. It's going to try to do other things to solve its problems. So this is one of the tenets, again, of the living, breathing city, where we don't want things to be static. We don't want things to be repetitive. But at the same time, you need to consider the fact that the AI is not necessarily always against you. What it's going to try to do is to better its own situation. So we didn't want to have an AI that would just gang up on the player, or that everyone would just go all out war all the time. So depending on the values of the family, just like neighborhoods have values, the family has a value as well, society has values, secret societies have values. So depending on the values of the family, if you're against it, and let's say that you're very powerful and you're going to be my enemy, the AI's enemy, then the AI is going to not necessarily react by attacking you. It's going to maybe try to get on your good side, or try to bribe you, or try to give you gifts, or try to better your relationship. Because the problem is never, let's try to kill the player. That's not the problem of the AI. The goal of the AI is, let's try to make my dynasty better, just like the player is. So we wanted to have an AI that would really interact with the player. Sometimes the AI is your ally. Sometimes the AI is just, you're gonna gang up with the AI against another AI or another player. The AI tries to play like a player and does not treat the player differently than it would treat someone else. The AI does not even know which family is governed by a human and which family is governed by the system itself. And that is by design, because we wanted to have, you could walk into the city and already see open feud between two AI families. You could interact with them just in exactly the same way.